River State, let's tell you about suspended Governor Siminalayi Fubara. He has urged his supporters to accept the new peace deal he struck with the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. Now, recall last Thursday, President Tinubu brokered peace between the warring former Governor Wike, that's the former Governor Wike, and his successor, Governor Fubara, a move that may lead to the revocation of the March 18 emergency rule.
However, the same move has generated a lot of skepticism from Fubara supporters. Residents of Rivers State have urged the suspended governor to make public the terms of the peace deal he entered into. They insist that the Rivers State crisis is no longer just about Fubara and Wike, but about the entire citizen of the state. Hence, they believe it is important to inform the public of the cost of the reconciliation. This comes after Fubara told the supporters that there was no price too high to pay for peace. Founder of TAF Africa, Mr. Jake Epelle. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Morning. It's great to be here.
Right. You've been at the forefront of this conversation with what's happening in Rivers State. Is it safe to say congratulations are in order? What really are the terms of the agreement between the suspended governor and the former governor?
My dear, there's nothing to congratulate except that they are giving us the impression that they've been able to broker peace. The terms of that peace is what we don't know. It's important to underscore the fact that people like me, yes, I had one time or the other shown some element of support to my kinsman, Fubara, however, the way the turn of events are emerging, it's very, very critical that Fubara or Wike or whoever, the president, they should make known to the people of Rivers State and Nigeria in general what they have agreed that they are going to do. I don't understand why these individuals will sit and discuss the destiny of entire states without taking into account and taking into cognizance the fact that there are voices in that state, there are people of that state that needs to know what they are negotiating. What is it that have been agreed? What is it that they're going to implement? So that's is a mixed bag, and the earlier we know that, the better. It's also important to continue for all of us at the forefront of this advocacy to continue to make sure that we let Fubara, my brother, and Mr. Wike, that this River State is bigger than them. And we shouldn't be playing this chase war or war chase with the destiny of the people of River State. I don't know what they have agreed. It could be based on Fubara's personal principle. Nobody should question that. I don't know what the terms are. Whatever it is, let us know what the Rivers people will get out of this. I am a strong advocate of the people, not persons, not individuals. I'm a strong advocate of the office of the governor, the mandate that people gave Fubara to go there and lead. What is happening to that mandate? Is the so-called negotiation. Are they going to negotiate the destinies of Rivers people without their input? Those are questions that are begging for an answer. So I don't know what the details are. Okay. I don't know what they have agreed. Everything is shrouded in mystery.
Now, Mr. Jake Epelle, you've been at the forefront of advocacy for, carrying along the people of Rivers State, and you were vocal in your support of the suspended governor when this state of emergency was declared. But I want you to listen to the suspended governor, his body language, and then I'll come back to ask you a few questions on this clip.
At this point, if you want to be truthful to yourself, not lying to yourself, the only solution is peace. I didn't say that there is no price that is too big to pay for peace. I meant it, and I am still ready to follow it to the end.
Now, Mr. Jake Epelle, he says clearly the only solution is peace, but peace at what cost? What's your reaction to that video? And do you have any sort of regrets to your very vocal support of any sort of, not regret, disappointment from supporting him with all your heart in the past?
Missed it here. I cannot be described as supporters of Fubara. I'm not a politician, you know. Rather, I was supporting the democratic values and the people of Rivers State. If, even from his body language, he's speaking in codes. So we need to know the details of that agreement. Let me also make it very clear, because I like to stand on the path of truth. I am from Rivers State. I am from Okoko. Fubara is my kinsman. He's my brother. I'm not going to deny the fact that, yes, there were times that he was grossly mistreated, and I stood against it. But the focus here is the people, and the people that elected him and gave him a mandate to go and lead them and represent them in the political office of the governor. And so if there are things he has agreed with his former boss, you know, and the things that they want to do, he needs to come out and tell us clearly. The two major issues is the fact that I was told, he has been told he's not going to contest election in 2027. That is an aberration. That's not how democracy should play out. You know, it makes the entire process laughable. You know, the other thing is about giving 23 local government to FCT minister. For heaven's sake, does he own Rivers State? How long must the entire Rivers people be slave unto him? Why? He's not the owner of the state. Why must 23 local government be given to him? Yes, I want to also state categorically clear that, yes, he worked hard to make sure that the governor emerged. That does not mean other people have not worked hard for him to emerge. And I will take you down the memory lane. Odili worked hard for him to emerge when he emerged. Amechi worked hard for him to emerge when he emerged. Goodluck Jonathan worked hard for him to emerge when he emerged. His wife worked hard for him to emerge. For heaven's sake, you cannot thrust yourself into a position. Somebody must help you. Somebody must give you a helping hand. And when that person helps you, it does not mean that that person has become your God. And that's the crux of this matter. I mean, I doff my heart for him, you know, how much time and money he spent to ensure that Fubara emerged as a governor. Kudos to him. But let them leave the state to thrive. Let them leave the state. We have been made a laughing stock. Today, somebody who is totally alien to the state is sitting and distributing our resources the way and manner he likes. And look at the insult, adding salt to an injury by going to appoint a stranger to come and sit as the chair of the CIEC. What in the world are they doing? Are we in a banana republic? Why must this continue? Can this happen in Lagos State? Can it happen in any of the southwest states? Will this happen in the north? It will never happen. Why do you treat us as if we are outcast? Well, how long will this continue? And somebody will say we can't talk. They say when good men keep quiet, evil will thrive. This is evil thriving, and it should not happen in our own generation. at least somebody will say that somebody like me and several others spoke out. We can't continue to run this country the way we are running it. We will run it aground. Today, they want to literally create a one-party system in a multiple-party system democracy. Where will that work? How can we do that? Is that there are only one group of people who is holding the country as if it's their father's estate? The Nigerian project belongs to everybody, and everybody must put their hands in making sure that we have a nation that we'll be proud of. I'm ashamed of what is happening, especially in my state.
But do you think that the people of Rivers State have been tolerant of what's going on? Do you think that they've not spoken out enough? Or do you think they're also aiding and abetting what's going on between the FCT minister and the current governor? And what do you make of the fact that, I mean, we were in Rivers State for the town hall, and we saw how strongly supporters of the current governor spoke out and were willing to even go as far as ensuring that he gets back on that seat. But it seems like everything has gone cold and everybody has also gone quiet. What do you make of this?
Joe, I don't think everybody has gone cold. Everything has gone cold. First of all, I want to thank you. Thank you for the statesman's role that both yourself and Kayode played in my state. I was ashamed of what was going to emerge, and thank God that I stood up and calmed the nerves of those who wanted to disrupt that wonderful initiative that New Central brought to Rivers State. You know, I haven't said that. It's not like we kept quiet. See, the media, you have the power to literally direct the pulse of the nation. And because the media went quiet, the issue of Rivers State also went quiet. So now you put it out here. Now we are here, we're discussing it. That's how we get attention. However, we have become they've taken so much power from us that we are powerless. The only power we have right now is the power of our voice. You know, so it's not like everything just went comatose. No, it's just that there is no proper strategic court of public opinion discussion, you know, and that's exactly what we're having right now. So it's back on stream. You know, how long will you cheat us? How long will you spite us? How long will you take our resources and make us beg for it? I don't understand. I really do not understand. And I hope the president will not allow this to continue in any way. Otherwise, history will not be kind to any of us.
Okay, I mean, you've strongly criticized the potential of what it might mean if truly the governor of Rivers State was asked to come back on the grounds that he can't run for office again. Should this really be the case, and we find that this is a peace pact that has held and he's sworn back into office, what next for the people of Rivers State?
A very good question, my dear. It's unfortunate. This should not be the case. It's unfortunate. And for me, I have not spoken to Fubara, you know, but I think for me, if I'm in his stead, you know, we should be ready to make sacrifice that peradventure it will make us a hero. If that was offered to Jake Epelle, right in that meeting, I would throw in my resignation. All these things that we're doing is one bullet and you're gone. Is it not better to die for truth than to die a liar? It's up to him. He has his own personal choices, his personal principle. But if I was offered that, I will resign from that office and go and have my head high. That's an aberration. By the way, why would any of them make such offer? Did anybody make such offer to Nyesom Wike when he was governor of Rivers State? Why would the president allow that kind of offer? It's an assumption because we don't even know what they've agreed and what they want to do. But if this, I'm speaking on the heels of this is what they have agreed. And if it's what they have agreed, it's unfortunate. And like I said, people do things that destroy their legacy. And I hope this president, who has worked so assiduously, tirelessly for democracy, will not sit there and watch democracy destroyed just because he wants to please one man.
Now, Mr. Epelle, now that they seem to have settled the crisis in Rivers State, and the people that were antagonizing each other and battle lines were drawn, now very chummy, and everything seems so peaceful. When do you expect the suspended governor, Siminalayi Fubara, to return to Government House in Port Harcourt?
Okay, so let me correct an impression, and I don't like the generalization that our people were antagonizing each other. You know, my friend, you've been my friend.
Not the people, not the people.
Very.
The suspended governor and the FCT
minister. Of people. Yeah, it's just a handful of people. They don't represent the interests of Rivers State. They don't represent the civility that we're known for. They don't represent the integrity that an average Rivers man is known for. They do not represent the voices of Rivers State. They represent their own pockets. They represent their own selfish ambition. They represent what they want for themselves, by themselves, with themselves. That's all. The average Rivers man is known for his integrity. The average Rivers man is known for cordiality. The average Rivers man is known for education. That's what we stand for. We don't care how much money you have. We are asking you, what have you done? What impact have you done? That's what matters to an average Rivers man. It's not how much money you have. I don't understand how you will steal our money and use it to spite us. Where did they get the kind of money they have? All the things that they are building, all the cars that they are driving, where they have kept their children, where did they get the money? Let them come and announce it.
But Mr. Jake,
all these guys that are running around and talking and doing nonsense, tell them, let them come and release their account. Let's see how they made money.
But Mr. Jake, talking about...
Many of them have been political jobbers.
Mr. Jake, talking about the account, I'm sure you're aware of the sole administrator and the budget that was presented before the committee at the National Assembly. The budget, I don't know if you've had any chance to go through it. Let me just read through some of the proposals in the budget. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me ask first. Have you seen the budget by the sole administrator?
No, you don't have to waste my brother. Don't waste time reading. Let me give you one.
All right, let me get your reaction on it.
Naughty component. I'll give you one naughty component. Fubara presented 1.1 trillion budget for the entire year. What the presidency presented through the National Assembly and went to the National Assembly was 1.4 trillion. Now the question is, what mechanism did they use to come up with that budget? Was all the budget process followed? Who advised them? What were the indices for that kind of padded budget, as far as I'm concerned, in my personal opinion? How did they arrive at that? Who will administer that budget? Because you're doing a budget, passing it through political, a democratic process for an undemocratic individual to implement. Who elected Abbas? Who elected him? Why should he go there to represent the people who gave a mandate to an individual? What is happening in Rivers State? What necessitated this whole quagmire? In other states, the worst things have happened. Why should we be treated in isolation? There was a crisis in Lagos State. Why didn't they ask for emergency rule? There are several of the states that they've literally lost the security in that state. Why didn't they ask for? Why didn't the president declare emergency rule? because they feel that we are peace-abiding people. We are not going to take to the street. Of course, I was one of the people, and I'm still calling that my people must not buy into their threats. Nobody should go to the street. Don't demonstrate, because they will kill you for nothing. Use your voice. And that's exactly what we're doing. Use your voice.
All right.
Use your contact. Use your connection.
Mr. Epelle, thank you for joining us this morning. We wish the people of Rivers all the best, and may peace reign in the state. And may all the aggrieved parties, find some balance and a middle line that would ensure that governance is advanced over politics. Thank you for your time with us this morning.
Don't worry, my dear. Even in your voice, I can sense discouragement. We will not be discouraged. We will continue to do what is right. Yeah, we will continue to do what is right. And thank God for your channel.
All right.
You have always been there standing for the truth, and we will continue to see to the end of it.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.